So, Dick Willie, training with the assassination arts.
Fatality.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Wake Up 3. We are your hosts, Molly.
And Cam.
And as always, we are going to start the episode off with a mix-up. Cam is once again doing a wonderful character profile for us today. So I have brought a mix-up to the table. Don't worry. He's backing off the mic here, getting a little nervous. Don't worry, this won't be too difficult. This is kind of just I'm going to call it a how hot of a take do you have mix-up.
Oh, okay.
So, with all of the MK1 news as of late, there are ever more leaks these days, and there are ever more speculations with the new character bios coming out. People have new stories in the game. We're getting to see a bit more of the fleshed out new era, and just how these characters are taking their new roles. And that gives way to a lot of fan speculation about other characters and just how things might take a turn in the story. So what I want to know is, obviously you and I have talked, and I know some of the theories that that you have for this new era. Give us perhaps your most controversial theory for a character that could show up.
Okay, so we know that Bihan is Sub-Zero in this new era. It seems that Kuai Liang is Scorpion. We know that they're actual brothers in this timeline now, based on what has come out recently. So I think Kuai Liang is going to just remain Scorpion and break off and form the Shirai Ryu. But I think we're going to get Hanzo Hasashi in a different form, because I think in this timeline, Liu Kang probably spared his family from their original demise. But everything seems to just continue to happen anyways. Characters just continue to come around, even though, Scorpion never needed to come to be, but Kuai Liang became him anyways. I think that Hanzo's family is going to get killed somehow anyways, and this time, instead of turning into a specter of vengeance in Scorpion, I think he's going to be like a specter of revenge instead, where he's just fueled by hate, and he becomes Noob Saibot.
That certainly switches things around a bit, but, I'd say with the existing Scorpion change of suddenly Scorpion is now Kuai Liang in the new era. That's a pretty big shift to start with, so I think maybe you're onto something with the switcheroo.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like it feels like with the status quo, nothing is really safe the way it used to be.
All right, well, let us know what you guys think of that take. Do you think it's that spicy of a take, or are you kind of just like, yeah, I could see that? Mix up handled. I think you pulled through. Lots of speculations floating in the air right now, and that's just another to add to the mix. So if you hadn't already thought about that one, there's some food for thought for you today on the Hanzo Hasashi of the new era. Becoming Noob Saibot, perhaps. We'll see. All right, now we're going to move into the episode of the week. And that is a character profile. This is going to be our very first Tekken Spotlight, where we are really diving into some Tekken material today. And we are starting off with none other than one of the first ladies of Tekken. Take it away, Cam.
Okay, today I am going to talk to you guys about Nina Williams. I chose her because she has been around since Tekken 1, and she is actually the only female character that has not missed a single game. She's been in all of the mainline installments, she's been in the tag games, and she's been in a spin-off game, which we will get to. Before I get started with her history, just let me get you a little bit of a bio, and this doesn't really change too much other than like her age over time. But starting with Tekken 1, her about me, I guess you could say. Nina is 5'3", 108 pounds. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. She is a silent assassin from Ireland.
Oh, okay. She's Irish.
Yeah, I never
I
would
did not know that.
No, I wouldn't have guessed, and I wouldn't have guessed based on the accent either.
No.
But Harada has said that that is because she is an international assassin and wants to keep her
okay.
like hometown
identity.
or her identity a secret. Yeah, so she doesn't speak with an Irish accent because of that.
Okay, an answer for everything from Harada.
Right. He's got it all covered. Yes, we've got an Irish character from the very beginning. I had no idea until I started digging into this. I should note, by the way, that I knew very little about Nina Williams before researching for this episode, so I learned a lot, and I'm hoping that I can kind of shock Molly along the way here. I think you're in for a treat here.
I know like 3 things about her, and now I know that she's 5'3" and 108 pounds.
I thought the 108 was kind of insane.
Interesting number to land on, but all right.
Yeah. We'll just accept it.
Yeah, stats. We got stats for Nina.
I love it. We've got a list of likes and dislikes for her as well, which I thought were fun. She likes Tom from the Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Interesting.
Yeah, not Jerry, just Tom.
The mouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the mouse. Or no.
Oh, Tom's the cat.
Tom's the tomcat. Yeah, that's right. She also likes milk tea and scotch and her job, which is being an assassin, so killing people.
All right, so she's Irish and she likes scotch.
Milk tea.
Not whiskey.
And Tom. Nope, not whiskey.
Interesting, Nina.
Yep. Her
milk tea and Tom.
Yeah. Interesting, right?
Okay.
Her dislikes. Her younger sister, Anna. And her son, Steve Fox.
Oh my god.
That's all.
Oh my god, Nina. The list, girl.
I don't know what kind of opinion you have on Nina right now, but I can't wait to hear your opinion on her by the end of this.
Sister, son. Dislike.
Amazing. Let's go back to the very beginning, her history. 1994, the first Tekken game. At this time, she was 20 years old, so pretty darn young going into the first King of the Iron Fist tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Nina and Anna Williams were both trained in assassination arts by their father, Richard Williams. So, Dick Willie, training with the assassination arts.
Oh my god.
The two have a long-standing rivalry, often trying to kill or humiliate each other. Nina was contracted to kill Heihachi Mishima, sponsor of the first King of Iron Fist tournament. She fails.
And this is all in her first appearance?
This is the first game, yes.
Okay, wow.
That's what she's doing there at the tournament. She was going there to assassinate Heihachi because she was hired to do so.
It's not about her participating.
She's doing her spy thing, right. So she just joins the tournament as a way to get close to Heihachi.
Okay.
And kill him, but she fails.
Wow. Infiltration from the very first tournament.
Yeah. And then her arcade ending is kind of goofy. I don't know if it's canon or not, but I wanted to throw it out here. In Nina's arcade ending, Anna approaches and asks about a missing high heel shoe, only for Nina to slap her across the face. Anna turns away to cry, and Nina holds the shoe up for the camera to see and smiles.
Just some straight up sister rivalry. Okay.
Yeah, just kind of a pointless, not like a nothing ending, but it's just her being a jerk to Anna.
Mm-hmm. And that's her little sister, so.
Right, and
just being.
And yeah,
just being a piece of shit big sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's her for Tekken 1. That's her That's her arcade ending. That's all you get.
All right. I wonder how many people were walking away from Tekken 1 like, that's Nina Williams. Yes, that's my character.
Tekken 2, 1 year later, 1995. At this point, she's 22 years old because 2 years have passed in the story. Tekken 2 takes place 2 years after the first tournament. At this time, her father is on his deathbed, which is a bummer for her because he's really the only person that she's close to. He begs for Nina and Anna to make amends before his death, but Nina is unable to comply because she just hates Anna that much. She is once again contracted to kill the sponsor of the King of the Iron Fist tournament, who is actually Kazuya Mishima now, because Kazuya took over after the events of Tekken 1. Nina is also hoping to settle things with her sister Anna once and for all, so that's another reason for entering the tournament, because she knows that Anna will be there this time. In fact, when she ends up getting the chance to kill Kazuya, she brushes off that assignment.
So she actually forfeits that chance and just decides to attack her little sister again?
She wanted to attack her and just beat her up in front of everybody, which is what she does. So she fails to assassinate Kazuya because she just straight up brushed off the assignment. And during her arcade ending in Tekken 2, she brings flowers to her father's grave because he dies during it, so they never make amends. And then she visits his grave and brings flowers there, and during this, she sees Anna also bringing flowers. And this is like the one time where they don't fight. They kind of just like nod at each other and part their separate ways. No bloodshed or violence this time around. So Tekken 2, kind of a solemn ending.
For having her job as one of her likes, she's not showing that she's very loyal or good at it.
Yeah, so far she's 0 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a couple years later, we've got Tekken 3 from 1997. At this point, she's 26 years old. But between Tekken 2 and Tekken 3, she gets captured. In the last tournament, she was supposed to assassinate Kazuya, which she fails to do. Soon after, Nina and Anna get captured by Kazuya's forces, and then they get used as lab rats in Dr. B's experiments. These are cryosleep experiments, and because of this, they kind of get frozen in time for 15 years, and when they awaken, Nina's actually 41 years old at this point. They wanted to keep Nina and Anna around, so they decided to come up with a way to keep them young, I guess. So, 26-year-old Nina Williams at this point, she gets awoken early before she was supposed to, because Heihachi is up to some Mishima drama, I guess you could say. He's digging up the corpse of a powerful being known as Ogre. That's the whole Tekken 3 thing. It's kind of nuts. We'll get into that story later. Nina ends up being awoken and mind-controlled by Ogre, and then she gets a new mission, which is to kill Jin Kazama. This is her third assignment where she's been contracted to kill a Mishima. And
she's going to fail.
How'd you know?
I could, it's just, it seems you can't really succeed in killing a Mishima, can you? Unless you're also a Mishima.
Right, that's kind of what it seems like. Yeah, she fails, obviously. She doesn't succeed. Due to the fact that she was awoken early, she doesn't have any of her memories.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so she's lost all of her memories. She's just
Clean slate Nina.
Clean slate Nina. She's just a killing machine now. In her ending, she sees Anna in that same cemetery that their father was buried in. And, well, she doesn't regain her memories from seeing her sister. Instinct does kind of take over, and she slaps Anna across the face before just storming out of the cemetery. Tekken 4, 2001. It's been 4 years. At this point, 2 years have passed, so she's 28 years old, technically 43. Free from Ogre's control, but still missing all of her memories, Nina falls back into contract killing. She accepts a contract from a mafia organization known as the Syndicate. The target, world boxing champion Steve Fox.
So do we never get the fact that this is her son?
This?
Is this where we find out she has a son?
As of right now, all I'm going to say is that Steve Fox first shows up in Tekken 4. While researching her target, she learns that Steve Fox was created in a lab using an egg that was harvested from her while she was in cryosleep, making her Steve's biological mother.
What in the hell? No wonder she hates this kid.
Yeah, he was made without any sort of consent from her at all.
Great. And these experiments were hosted by Kazuya?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kazuya had the sisters captured, frozen, and experimented on.
Yes.
So for all we know, then... Sorry, I'm just going to do a little speculation on the side here real quick. For all we know, Anna could have, like, a random kid, too, in the future.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about that, but I guess you're right. She could have some child... I'm trying to think of a name. Jim Fox.
What? Why do they have to be Fox?
They don't have to be. I don't know.
Jim Fox.
Jim Fox. She finds out this information. She feels nothing and plans on finishing the contract anyways. So she is going to kill Steve Fox. She digs deep as she can to find out information about this dude because she realizes that there's not a lot of information from where he came from. So she digs deep, finds out that, oh, he came from me. But she plans on killing him anyways because that's the job. She loves her job, right?
Yeah, gotta do the job. See if we can do the job this time.
Let's see if she can finish job number 4. She hasn't finished the first 3. She starts hiding out in a hotel room, waiting for the moment when Steve's limousine pulls up to the 4th tournament. Steve has entered in the tournament.
Steve is something of a celebrity?
Yes, at this point he's already a world champion boxer.
Okay.
So he has never been in like a Tekken tournament, but in the Tekken world, he is a world champion boxer. So he's strong in his own right. She's looking at him through a sniper rifle. She notices that some of the Mishima's men are trying to assassinate him. So she ends up actually shooting them and helping him escape. Kind of weird, since she was about to shoot him herself.
Mm-hmm.
But those, I guess you could say those motherly instincts take over.
Strange.
Right. She's pretty cold, but she's still, I guess she has her moments. Anyway, she takes out these men, helping Steve escape, and then shortly after that, Lei Wulong, cop, shows up to the hotel room, busts through the door, and starts like saying, "Freeze!" and starts firing at her, basically, like immediately. Just boom, 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 shooting at her. She jumps out the window, tracks it down a fire escape, and then is like running down the street when Lei Wulong catches up to her and shoots again. And before Nina gets hit, Steve Fox jumps and like knocks her out of the way and then pushes Lei Wulong to the ground so she can escape. So this is all kind of happenstance because he doesn't know who she is. He doesn't know that she was about to kill him, but he helps her escape from cop.
There's like this unspoken bond that we're supposed to perceive.
I think so, yeah, because like you said, it's completely unspoken, but they both have those moments where they save each other without really like deciding to.
I don't know why I did that. I just did that.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So he throws himself in the way of danger and knocks down Lei and saves her, and she gets away. And that's the end of her story in Tekken 4. So once again, failed. She failed her contract.
Do they mention where Steve's father is? Like who that is?
They do not.
Okay. Okay.
They don't. I think that's interesting. I hadn't actually thought about that until now when you brought it up.
I didn't know that Steve was a lab baby. But now I do.
Yeah, the more you know. Anyways, something I want to note about Tekken 4. During this Lei Wulong badass cop bust through the room entry thing, he is actually off the clock because he's been discharged due to misconduct. So he's off the clock during this, just fired his gun away. Kind of reckless.
Okay.
And he's in street clothes, so he's not even looking like a police officer. Why would she respect him? She just runs. Why wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah. And she's a spy, so.
And she's a spy, so of course.
That's kind of what she does.
That's true. That's true. In Lei Wulong's ending, he busts members of the syndicate and disbands them. So now, Nina.
She has nothing.
She has nothing. She has no memories.
No job.
No employer, right. She loves her job. What is she going to do?
She's just a wandering international spy that has no memory. Okay,
and
cool.
She has never...
And a lab baby.
And a lab baby, and she's never succeeded in a contract. Why would you ever hire her?
Man. Nina, I'm questioning things.
This is, that's where it starts to get kind of weird, right?
I think it started weird at 3, for sure.
I think so.
They made it weird by 3.
Now, going into Tekken 5, this game came out in 2004, and she is still 28 in this game, so happens pretty much right around the same time. Still 28, but technically 43, I guess. After the events of Tekken 4, Nina was left with no job, no memories, etc., so she agrees to meet up with her sister Anna because she doesn't know what else to do. As soon as Nina sees her, her hatred comes back, and she starts firing guns at her immediately. The two have a shootout for like 3 days straight. That involves pistols, rifles, rocket launchers, you name it. They're just like shooting at each other for like 3 days. Yeah, so the two have a shootout.
It's so ridiculous.
With pistols, rifles, rocket launchers for like 3 days straight. After both running out of ammo, they agree to settle things later at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. She doesn't really have anything to do with the main story of Tekken 5 for the most part. The outcome isn't really in it at all. It just says that Nina wins the fight, but you don't really see it happen. And then there's a non-canon ending in this game, and it's very non-canon because it's the weirdest thing. Basically, Nina and Anna co-star in an action movie together. Sword fighting on a rooftop. Anna wins in the movie ending, and the movie crew and director rush over to praise her for how good her acting was during the fight scenes. And Nina kind of just walks off the set without saying anything to anybody. Nobody notices her walking away. And then she smiles and holds up a detonator as the set explodes.
Oh my. Okay.
So she just like killed all those people? So that's Tekken 5. Tekken 6, 2009. She is still 28, technically 43 in this game.
Okay, so she's been 28 for 3 games now.
Yeah, since Tekken 4.
Since they took that big time jump, then they were like, all right, we're just taking it real slow now.
Yeah, they're like, if she hits 30, we won't be able to put her in the games anymore because she'll be too old.
Oh no.
She gets hired by Jin to be his bodyguard. She tried to kill him in Tekken 3. Now he's hiring her.
Hold on, Jin. Did Jin know that she was going to kill him before?
I don't think she was anywhere close to succeeding to the point where like he wasn't even aware of her existence in 3.
Okay.
She doesn't have a whole lot of story relevance in this game. She's just Jin's bodyguard. She's in it to be beaten up by the newcomers. Lars and Elisa just kind of fight her throughout the story and beat the crap out of her. That's it. She has like no real story relevance in 6. Just Jin's bodyguard, so
but
she's still in the game.
Actually doing her job?
I guess so,
Does
but
she
she's just getting beaten up a lot.
Okay. Well, she's using her body to guard Jin.
Yeah, that's true. She's doing her job. I guess she loves her job. In her arcade ending in this game, she's celebrating a job well done at some sort of banquet at like Jin's company. He's running the Mishima Zaibatsu at this time, and they're having a dinner get together. She steps away for a little bit to go to the bathroom, and in the bathroom, Anna Williams attacks her at this fancy ball. So Nina and Anna are fighting in the bathroom at this fancy banquet event. Nina wins the fight and leaves the bathroom, leaving Anna with lipstick all over her face, just lipstick drawn all over it in the bathroom. Another way to humiliate her.
Seems pretty childish.
I know, right? She's kind of a jerk. Tekken 7, 2017. She's base roster. Anna is not. Anna didn't come out till season 2. She's still 28 in this game. Technically 43. She has not aged at all since Tekken 3. So, Jin Kazama went missing at the end of Tekken 6. Heihachi's back in town, and he wants control of the Mishima Zaibatsu back. Nina joins him because she gets hired. Once again, she's working for someone she tried to kill long ago. They go on this search for Jin's body because they need it for Mishima drama stuff. Something about the devil gene.
Jin's body?
That's the story at the beginning of Tekken 7, yeah. So yeah, at the beginning of the story, she's working with Heihachi, and they're looking for Jin's body.
So it sounds like Nina failed somewhere in the middle again.
Yeah, like she was just a bodyguard. And she didn't do that right, I guess. Oh. She was too busy drawing lipstick on her sister's face.
And now Heihachi's like, I could use someone like you.
Why would you ever hire this person?
Like, what are you seeing in this resume?
I know, right? It's a very bad track record. Nina joins Heihachi, and while searching for Jin's body, she gets attacked by this helicopter that like Claudio and a couple other people are on. And they blow up the building she's in, and she stops working for Heihachi after that, thinking, I don't want any more of this Mishima drama. So she just kind of pieces out after that, after getting attacked and blown up and escaping. Since she's not working for Heihachi anymore, she just goes back to freelance assassinations. And that's kind of the end of her story, except they do tell about one assassination that she does on her freelance job. She picks up this gig to kill a target at a wedding. It's a mafia wedding, apparently. It's like some mafia dude that's getting married. So she has to kill this guy. You may notice in Tekken 7 that she's wearing a wedding dress as her main outfit. And that's never really explained until now. She pulls kind of a Hitman 47 thing, sneaks in, puts the wedding dress on, kills the groom, and pieces out. But the thing is, when she's leaving, it shows Anna Williams walking into the room, wondering where her dress is, and then seeing her groom dead on the floor.
Wow, they really just took it to the next level for the sister stuff, didn't they?
They really did. And then when they bring in Anna Williams in season 2 of the DLC, she's in a black dress with like a little black veil because she's in mourning. And Anna sees her fleeing in the dress as it's happening, so she knows that Nina is the one that did it.
Wow. Okay.
That's her first successful contract.
Sounds like you're only good at hurting your sister. As long as it affects your sister's happiness, then you could kill that person.
She doesn't want to kill her sister, Anna, it seems, because she wants to keep her around to keep humiliating her.
She wants to pester her for life. Be that annoying big sister.
Yeah.
In like the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The worst way. She just keeps ramping it up. That brings us up to speed as to where we are. And Tekken 8 comes out hopefully later this year.
Still don't know
a release date, but I do have a little excerpt from her character profile. So Tekken 8 Nina, hopefully 2023. In this game, she's 29 years old, so they have aged her up 1 year. She's 29.
Impressive.
And technically 44, I guess. In this one, Kazuya has taken over the G Corporation after the events of Tekken 7, Heihachi's death, and he is aiming at world domination at this point. He's going all in on like the evilness. He's given into his devil gene inside, and yeah, he's trying to just go for world domination. The reason I bring all this up is because he recruits Nina as his direct subordinate and grants her the title of Commander of the G Corporation's forces.
Now she's worked for every Mishima that she tried to kill?
Yeah, and now she's going for world domination with Kazuya.
Wow. What a wild turn of events.
Doesn't it kind of seem like she's just getting more and more terrible?
Oh, for sure.
There are a couple other appearances I wanted to mention, just briefly. She shows up in Tekken the Motion Picture, an animated movie from 1998. She doesn't have a lot of plot relevance. She's hired by Li Shaolan to kill Kazuya, and during this time she fails to kill Kazuya and she gets seduced by Li. So she has relations with Li and fails her mission.
What?
Yeah, Li Shaolan, excellent.
I didn't think Li was into that.
I think he might just be a playboy. I don't know.
Excellent.
2005. Jeez. 2005, she is in the very first Tekken spin-off game, Death by Degrees. I shouldn't say very first because it's still just the only Tekken spin-off they've ever done. And in this game, it's a single-player action-adventure game where you play as Nina. The reason she was chosen was because she was the most popular Tekken character at that time, which I think was pretty interesting. The fact that she was the most popular in 2005 when the game came out.
That is really interesting.
Yeah. But going back to this game, it's an action-adventure title with hand-to-hand combat, melee weapons, guns, sections where you have to like control a sniper rifle and shoot at people through a scope while they run around a little area down below, that kind of thing. Swimming levels, boss fights, just a full-on PS2 game. Yeah, that's it. That's the only one. The next thing that came out that wasn't just a mainline Tekken game was Tekken, the live-action movie from 2010.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. There's a live-action movie of Tekken, and the less said about this movie, the better. It's generally recognized as being pretty terrible.
Oh.
All I'm going to say about it is that Nina and Anna both work for Kazuya in this movie as his personal assassins, and they also both sleep with him.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so they just have a big ol' assassin three-way, and yeah, the less said about that movie, the better. It's generally recognized as pretty terrible.
Is it like a fan-made movie?
No, it's like, I think it was only released in Japan until like DVD releases or whatever.
Okay.
1 year later, 2011, there is a CGI movie called Tekken Blood Vengeance. It's a non-canon story that's a whole bunch of Mishima family drama. Anna and Nina are side characters in it. They're still rivals. That's pretty much it. Just a CGI movie that took place in like Tekken 5 era-ish. But it was non-canon. It was written out.
Interesting that came out 1 year later.
I know, right? That one, apparently, it's short, but I think people generally say it's pretty good.
Oh,
It's decent. It is what it is. It's just kind of like extra Tekken content.
Right.
If you're into that sort of thing, which I kind of am, so maybe I'll check it out someday. 1 year after that, 2012, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. That game was out for PS3 and Xbox 360. Nina is in that game alongside her tag team partner, Kazuya. So those two are a tag team in that game. And their rival team is Ryu and Ken.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are the main Tekken representatives against the
Very
main Street Fighter
interesting.
representatives. Yeah, just kind of interesting. Yeah, going from trying to kill him to working with him to sleeping with him to
Tag team
partner with him.
Ryu can fight.
Yeah. And has had a very illustrious career.
He's holding up the name of Tekken.
Yeah, that's true.
Helping to.
Yeah, she's a big character. She's done a lot.
Clearly. They chose her over, like, Jin. I don't know who you would put with Kazuya.
Yeah, I don't know. Who wouldn't just hate Kazuya immediately? Story-wise. After that, there was a 10-year drought of Tekken content aside from, like, the mainline games. Next thing came out in 2022, a Netflix original anime called Tekken Bloodlines. In that, she is... In one episode of it, she's in a fight against Ling Xiaoyu in the third King of Iron Fist tournament, where she ends up just losing. She says before the fight that it's not her first tournament, and she seems all cocky, like, yeah, I've been here before, I'm gonna kick butt. And then she loses. I feel like that's kind of just what she does as a character. She just fails all her contracts, loses, all that. So,
Yeah.
No real surprise. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about one other appearance. This one is out of order, but I wanted to save it for last because it was the most ridiculous to me. She was in a game called Pro Baseball Famista 2011. This was a Japan-only game for the 3DS, and she was on a team of Tekken characters with two other people. You'll never guess who they are. She's on a team with Heihachi and Panda.
Wow, okay.
Very random.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what went into the selection process there, if it was random, if it was fan favorites, whatever. I couldn't find like any footage out there of it. I found a single picture of her from the game, that was it, but I couldn't find any footage online. I looked for a while. That is the end of my Nina content.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's it. After going through all of that from the very beginning, how do you feel about this character?
I guess my opinion didn't really change because it ended up being a cyclical thing where she started off with honestly kind of a shit personality, just not a good sister, mean, not good at her job either, and then loses her memory. Kind of an interestingly popular character for how seemingly one-dimensional she is. It must be the spy, cool spy stuff.
Must be that, but yeah, I almost, when I was reading through all the information and taking my notes, I thought she almost seemed kind of villainous.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know that my opinion of her has changed too much. I'm glad that I know a lot more information about her because I think it is very interesting what she's done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I will try her out when Tekken 8 comes along.
Yeah, why not?
I'll give it a shot for sure. She's already been announced to be one of the characters in the beta. Hopefully we'll get in on that beta at the end of July and be able to try her out right away.
It's July, and that means that we've officially had 1 month of Waking Up 3. Wake Up 3.
Of Waking Up 3. That's right.
We've officially hit 1 month of the podcast, Wake Up 3, so woohoo!
Yeah, welcome. If you're just joining us, thank you for getting this far in the episode.
Little bonus celebration for anybody who made it to the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Catch the combat cast later today. It's going to be after whenever this comes out, so. Do we have anything else to say before we go?
I've been kicking butt as jury.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Street Fighter 6. Still going.
Yes, Street Fighter 6 is still out. We're still playing it.
Still out.
Yeah, it's still here.
Take it away.
They didn't take it away from us yet. They tried.
Yeah, they are going to put it on maintenance So
Yeah,
you know,
they took
look out.
I heard they're gonna take Honda out of the game.
They're
because
actually
no one likes
removing
him,
Mano's
so.
medals. So
Yeah, that's right. So
that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Wake Up 3. Thanks so much for listening. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at WakeUp3FGC. And you can find me, Molly, on Twitter at Concut. That's KAHNKUT. Or on PlayStation, that's Jam Michaels.
And you can find me, Cam, on Twitter or PlayStation at Big Rock Online. This is Wake Up 3, signing off.
Bye.
Most kissable ninja in Mortal Kombat.
Reptile.
Easy.
Good. Give him a kiss.
Give him a kiss. Kiss him on the rocks. Kiss him on the water.
Kiss him on the rocks.